So I'm going to show you how to install drawer fronts that are shaker style, where you can't run a screw through the inside of the drawer into the frame, because we're doing a full overlay. So the frames of the drawer fronts end up being mostly outside the drawer box. So we're going to use FastCap's Kolby Korners and screws. You're going to orient it so that the long part of that Kolby Korner is on the drawer and the short one is facing out. So you put it flush on the drawer front. So the holes on the Kolby Korner are adjustable so that you can adjust the drawer front up and down and left to right. So you want to put the up and down holes against the drawer box, and the horizontal holes will go onto the drawer front itself. So just pre-drill with a small bit and then run your screw in. It has a very flat head. You want to make sure to get the Kolby Korner screws. They're special screws, very flat heads, so that they don't rub the face frame of your cabinet. So do that to both sides, and then you're ready to install your drawer front. So now to install the drawer front, I'm also going to use FastCap's drawer front installation jigs. So I have them set. You put them flush to the face of the cabinet and tighten them on the inside, and do that to both sides. And remember, we're not going to put any screws into the drawer front from the inside of the drawer like the original drawers had. We're going to run them only through the Kolby Korners on the outside edge so we can hit the frame. So I'm just taking a measurement there of my bottom door. The width of that door is going to be the width of the drawer front. All right, so I'll take my drawer front, and I'm using a piece of 1/4 inch wood as a spacer because I want a 1/4 inch between my door and the drawer front. I'm just going to slide that in. I'm going to eyeball it on the left and the right to make sure it's exactly straight on either side. I'll put a level in there, not just rely on my spacer, but put a level in there and get that drawer perfectly level, and then tighten the clamps. And now we're pre-drilling through that Kolby Korner with my tapered drill bit. I'll just drill them out on both sides and then use my Phillips bit and put the screws in, making sure to not let the drawer move as I do this. I'll put those screws in, and then I'll just double check the level. And now we're going to add the soft close adapters. So to do that, you take out your drawer, and we're going to install these adapters. There's a piece that goes on the face frame of the cabinet. I'm going to be mounting that on the left side. You can mount them on the left or the right. And I'm trying to focus here on the brand. This is a Titussoft adapter. It can be used with any of the white epoxy slides. It could probably be used on a ball bearing slide as well. So on a face frame cabinet, these get installed with one screw into the face frame, and you want to make sure that it's sitting down flat on the drawer slide itself. It's got two little legs there on the bottom, two little feet. Those sit down flush. If that isn't perfectly parallel with your drawer, then you're going to want to put some blocking or spacing in there. There is a hole in the back side of that adapter for another screw, so you may want to do that just for extra stability, but it's not exactly needed. So now we're going to add the part that goes onto the drawer. So basically we put our drawer back into the cabinet. The little piece that goes on the drawer needs to fit on the side of the cabinet and slide in right over top of the part that's in the cabinet. So in this case, because my drawer is not real high, my pieces are ending up being just a little bit higher than the side of the cabinet, not much. So again, those screws are, the holes are, they're long holes, so you can adjust them up and down. So you kind of put that in there by hand. You can hold it there and slide your drawer and kind of see where it's going to go, and then put your pre-drilled hole about in the center of that slot, and then make adjustments as needed. So I'm just going to tighten it down, and then we'll see how that works. So before you put the drawer in, you should slide the little mechanism forward. So there's a little finger on that part that's inside the cabinet that can just be slid forward. You can do it with the drawer in as well. And that is the one downside to these. If you happen to pull up on your drawer as you're pulling it out, it's going to lift off that little finger, and you have to reset it by simply reaching back in there, kind of feeling for that little finger that sticks up and pulling it forward. After you do that, it should reset itself. It should stay in there. If you have trouble with the drawer not staying latched like it should, you may need to make some adjustments by, like I said, either putting some blocking on that adapter to space it out, which I think is what I had to do here in this case, or making sure that your drawer is actually in straight. If the drawer is crooked in the cabinet, that could be a problem as well.